Today is Monday, August 3rd, 2026. It's the news at 7. And in the news, Presidency defends President Bola Tinubu's reforms with economic data. Federal government begins 2026 National Laureate Program. Minister of Works David Umahi assures completion of federal infrastructure projects nationwide. In sport, Iran and Oman near Strait of Hormuz after U.S. suspends planned attack. In sport, Flying Eagles lose 2-0 to Burkina Faso in WAFUB Under-20 Championship. Join for details of these headlines and other stories coming up in just a moment. Good morning and welcome to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo. I am Wang Fun Walter. We begin this morning from the national scene where the presidency has defended President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms, dismissing former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's criticisms of the administration's fiscal policies as misleading, outdated and lacking factual basis. Responding to Atiku's allegations of excessive borrowing, poor management of fuel subsidy savings, punitive tax reforms, and alleged fiscal recklessness, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, said the opposition was relying on the 2024 data to assess an economy that had undergone significant changes by 2026. Onanuga argued that assessing the Tinubu administration's reforms solely on the initial impact ignored the progress recorded over the past 2 years. He said that Nigeria's economy had rebounded considerably following the painful adjustment that accompanied the exchange rate reforms. The presidential spokesman also rejected Atiku's assertion that the federal government was borrowing recklessly, insisting that debt sustainability should be measured against economic capacity rather than the size of public debt alone. He also insisted that President Tinubu remained committed to expanding economic opportunities, strengthening institutions, and improving the standard of living of Nigerians, describing contrary narratives by the opposition as politically motivated. Away from that, the Tertiary Institutions National Laureate Committee has announced the commencement of the 2026 National Laureate Program. The program, backed by an annual research prize fund of 365 million naira, is designed to reward exceptional undergraduates' dissertations, master theses, and doctoral research from accredited higher institutions across the country. The committee spokesperson Ita Ekbayong disclosed these in a statement issued in Abuja. He said the initiative underscores the federal government's commitment to strengthening Nigeria's research ecosystem, promoting innovation, and positioning scholarship as a driver of national development. He said the program, inaugurated under the leadership of the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, would identify, access, and reward outstanding research produced in accredited universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, monotechnics, military institutions, and other eligible tertiary institutions. As part of preparations for the 2026 edition, the committee directed all eligible institutions to begin internal arrangement for participation by setting up institutional laureate selection committees made up of experienced academics with proven research credentials. In the same vein, the federal government has said that it is intensifying effort to tackle insecurity through the deployment and training of armed forest guards across the country. The initiative is aimed at securing forest and other ungoverned spaces often used by criminal elements. Speaking at the graduation of the Pioneer Badge of Armed Forest Guards, the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu said the program is designed to build a strong security architecture that will deny criminals freedom of operation within forest areas. He noted that the guards have undergone rigorous training in weapons handling, physical fitness, intelligence gathering, and civil military cooperation. Let's take a listen to what Ribadu had to say. We apologize for not being able to bring you the news and set there. Ribadu explained that the trained personnel are expected to serve as first responders in their communities, helping to strengthen local resilience against security threat while supporting conventional security agencies. Meanwhile, Minister of Works Engineer David Umahi has assured Nigerians that no ongoing federal infrastructure project will be abandoned under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. Umahi gave the assurance at the weekend during an inspection of federal road project in Ebonyi State, where he said the Tinubu administration remains committed to completing strategic infrastructure across the country to stimulate economic growth and improve connectivity. According to the minister, the ongoing road projects have created direct and indirect employment opportunities while boosting economic activities in host communities. He noted that although it would be impossible, to address every national challenge within 3 years, the administration had made significant progress in infrastructure development and deserved the support and patience of Nigerians. In another development, the Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, has urged Nigerians not to look down on petty traders, saying there is dignity in honest work regardless of the scale of business. Speaking at a one-day training and financial empowerment workshop for widows and wives of service personnel in Abuja, Musa shared how his mother's small business helped shape his future. This follows the criticisms of a recent financial support provided by First Lady Oluremi Tinubu to akara sellers and other petty traders. According to the minister, entrepreneurship and small-scale businesses remain important tools for economic empowerment and family support, encouraging participants at the workshop to embrace opportunities that can improve their livelihoods. In this next report, the Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria has cautioned the federal government and the National Assembly against rushing the constitutional amendments process to establish state police, insisting that broader national consultations must precede any final decision on the proposed reform. The council said although Nigeria's worsening insecurity required urgent action, state police should not be presented as a quick fix to the country's security challenges. In a statement issued by its Secretary General, Nafiu Ahmed, the council noted that while every genuine effort to improve national security deserved support, the shortcomings of the country's security architecture stemmed largely from inadequate funding, corruption, poor welfare, insufficient personnel, weak intelligence gathering, obsolete equipment and poor coordination among security agencies. The council argued that merely transferring policing powers to the state government would not automatically resolve the structural deficiencies. According to the council, changes to Nigeria's security architecture should not be subjected to extensive national consultations, but transparent public hearings and broad consensus among stakeholders. You are listening to the news at 7 o'clock on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo. Let's take a breather and then bring you more stories from our foreign, sport and entertainment scenes. Please do stay with us.
It's rising like the sun and shining forth, sustaining life like never before. It will never set. Planet Radio Station 101.1 Uyo, Nigeria. Don't touch the dial.
Many thanks for staying with us. If you just tuned to your radio, it's the news at 7 o'clock on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo. And now let's go straight to the foreign, sport and entertainment scenes. On a foreign scene, Iran has said that it is nearing a deal with Oman over a new route through the Strait of Hormuz, hours after the U.S. called out major strikes to allow for diplomacy. Recall that U.S. President Donald Trump said that his country and Israel had agreed to hold off on new strikes in Iran, saying the perimeter of a deal was there. Meanwhile, Trump threatened to hit Iran and is reportedly considering renewed attacks, including against energy infrastructure, with U.S. embassies across the region on alert. Now to sport. Nigeria's Flying Eagles has suffered a 2-0 defeat to Burkina Faso in the final Group B match at the WAFU Under-20 Championship. Alassane Bagayogo and Muhammad Zongo scored first-half goals to hand the Young Stallions victory. Despite the loss, the Flying Eagles finished second in Group B with 6 points from 3 matches, while Burkina Faso topped the group with 7 points. Nigeria will face host Cote d'Ivoire in the semi-finals, while Burkina Faso will take on Niger Republic. The 2 finalists will secure qualification for the 2027 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. On the entertainment news, Big Brother Niger Season 11 housemate Flora and Akayo have been voted as the house gambit for the season. Host Ebuka Obi-Uchendu announced the result during the live show. According to the new twist, the gambits will remain in the house until the end of the season. However, they will be ineligible to win the 160 million naira grand prize. Flora polled 29.18% of the vote, while Akayo garnered 9.10% of the to clinch the gambit spot. It's been the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo, but before we go, let's take a quick look at the recap of the major stories. In the highlight, we told you that the presidency has defended President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms, dismissing former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's criticisms of the administration's fiscal policies as misleading, outdated, and lacking factual basis. The Tertiary Institutions National Laureate Committee has announced that the commencement of the 2026 National Laureate Program. Minister of Works David Umahi has assured Nigerians that no ongoing federal infrastructure project will be abandoned under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On the foreign scene, we told you that Iran has said that it is nearing a deal with Oman over a new route through the Strait of Hormuz, hours after the U.S. called off major strikes to allow for diplomacy. In sport, we reported that Nigeria's Flying Eagles have suffered a 2-0 defeat to Burkina Faso in the final Group B match at the WAFO B Under-20 Championship. If you have comments and need coverage of your newsworthy event, you can call our News and Months line on 0701 896 8395. You can visit our website on planet101fm.ng and follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at planet_11fm. Like our Facebook page at Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo. The news was edited by Jane Uwa. As we end the news, remember that even the smallest act of kindness can create a ripple of positive change. Stay informed and make every day count. I am Wangfon Walter. Good morning, and we have an amazing week and day.
Planet 101.1 FM.